In today's video, I am going to share with you the insight I got yesterday. Yesterday was an exciting day for me because I ran into these two beautiful women, and guess what they were discussing? They were discussing how Joseph, who was the foster father of Jesus, was a runaway father. I mean, they asked me, Benny, where was Joseph when Jesus was on his way to the cross? When he was carrying this heavy cross, at the epicenter of his emotional life, that his father was supposed to be there, where was he? That was a question that took me unawares, and this video I'm not going to share with us what we discussed. Maybe that will be a topic for another day. But they believed that this must be why women enjoy the benefit of their children more. I mean, this must be why children tend to love their mom more than they love their dad. I was thinking about this, and these insights that I'm about to share with us, began to pour into my mind. And if you are a father, this message is for you. And if you are a mother, this is one topic you must share with your husband. I mean, you need to sit down and discuss, or maybe watch this video again so that you will learn how to deepen the relationship that you have with your children. You know that one of the biggest mistakes that fathers make is assuming that love automatically follows sacrifice. No, it doesn't. You mean, if I can sacrifice enough for my children, yes, they will love me. Sometimes it might take them, in going into their adulthood, or maybe getting married, having their own children, before they can discover the sacrifices that you made for them. And maybe by that time you are already dead, or maybe very close to the grave. So it is important to understand that a father may, work 12 hours every day, raising this money, looking for this money to pay for the child's school fees. And the mother might spend just 1 hour, talking with the children about the school. Years later, the child tends to remember more that conversation that he or she had with the mother than remembering the school fees that you paid. This is not because the school fees was not important. Yes, it was. But it is because that the conversation that the child had with the mother carried emotional impulses. And because of these emotional impulses, it tends to, deepen the connection the child is having with the mom. And the child tends to remember this more than he or she remembers the sacrifice that you made. And this is very, very important, that in as much as you want to develop this relationship with your child, or with your son, or with your daughter, it is important that you remember that your children will not really remember your sacrifices unless you were able to develop this emotional connection with them. And for this to happen, while I was thinking about this, I am going to be sharing 7 points that you need to pay attention to so that you will avoid this happening to you, especially if you are a father like me. Number 1 you must pay attention to is that don't only provide for your children, participate in their life. Many fathers think, I am working for my family. I am working for my family. I am providing for my family. Your child will think differently. Your child says things like, Daddy is always at work. And this is significant. The father is thinking, I am working for my children. You are buying houses for them. You are building houses for them. You are doing that and that for them. But you are not available. The child will be thinking something else. Daddy is always at work. These differences will create something very powerful. It will make the child to be connected with whomever that is more available in his or her life. So I want you to pay attention to this. Provision is love expressed through responsibility. But presence is love expressed through relationship. I'm going to say this again. Provision is love expressed through responsibility, but presence is love expressed through relationship. And every child will need two of them. Yes, responsibility and sacrifice is important, but presence is also very important. Every child that will have a balanced life will require the two. So as a father, it is important that you do not just provide, learn how to participate in their emotional life. Number two, as a father, it is important that you learn to enter into their world. And I know we are always busy. We are busy fathers, you know. Sometimes we are too busy to bend down to enter a child's world. What do I mean by that? It is important that you learn how to bend down to do what the child likes to do. Something like play football with them. Bend down. Build that Lego with them. Watch that cartoon with them. Yes, especially this one is very difficult for me. You know, sitting down with my kids, watching cartoon that I am not enjoying. And they are saying, Daddy, do you see that? Do you see that? Pretend as if you are enjoying it. Pretend as if you are enjoying it. I know it might not be easy for you as a father, as an adult, but pretend as if you are enjoying it. Even if it's just, 10 minutes or whatever, but learn how to enter into their world. This is very, very important. This is why children remember shared experiences more than they remember financial investment. Your children will remember the experiences you share with them more than they remember the financial investment you make for them. So this is why it is absolutely important that you learn how to enter into their world. Number 3, this one is very important. You must become emotionally safety for them. I mean, let them feel safe when they come close to you. Some fathers have become like monsters to their children. I mean, the moment the children get the idea that daddy is back, everyone run away. Everyone tend to disappear because father is not emotionally safe. So you must learn how to be emotionally safe for your children. You see, every conversation should not be correction. I know that we like to bring discipline. We like to bring stability. But sometimes, if the only communication you have with your children is, hey, do that homework, sit properly, why did you fail that exam? Every conversation is always discipline, discipline, discipline. If you do not balance it with your presence, with your love, something will happen. The child will begin to associate all these words with discomfort. Your child will begin to associate all these conversations that are very discomforting. The child will associate them with discomfort. So anytime the child remembers you, the first thing that comes to the child's mind is discomfort, pain. I want to run away. So if you be that father that your children will run to, That is who I want you to become. Cultivate becoming the kind of father that your children will run to embrace, not the kind of father that the children will run away from. For that to happen, you must intentionally become emotionally safe for them. Number 4, this one is also very, very important. Learn to let them see your love. I will say it again. You need to let your children see your love. Don't assume. What I mean is, you know that we fathers sometimes we think, oh, the child already knows that I love him. Oh, my daughter knows that I love her. My boy knows that I love him. I want you to make that love seen by saying things like, I love you. I am very proud of you. I miss you. All this while I was at work, I actually miss you. Come tell me how your day was. You know, if you intentionally want to cultivate this habit where your child will see your love, not just the love that you think they know, but the ones they see. This will help you as a father and make it possible to build or develop a very good emotional connection. This will save you, especially in your old age. Number 5. This one I love very much. Great family traditions. I remember this of my father. There were things that he made us do. One of them is family prayer. He would lead it. He would, initiate it. I still remember that action, that behavior, that activity till today. This is one thing I can say every time I think about my father. I remember this family tradition. So, as a father, you must learn how to develop family traditions. It might be Saturday breakfast. After you have done all this work, let there be days that you sit down, let your wife go rest. Let you enter the kitchen, make the breakfast, and let them share the table with you. If you make it a tradition that happens weekly, your children will build connection, emotional connection with you. It might be bedtime prayers or bedtime stories. It might be things like making an annual father-child trip. I see people that do this and I really like it. I know a man that every year he will make a trip with every child on their birthday. Once it's their birthday, the child already knows, I am making this trip with daddy. Every other kids will stay, knowing that their own time is coming. I loved that. So if you develop family tradition with your children, they will build emotional connection while these activities are going on. This is because after many years, tradition become their emotional anchor. After many years, these traditions will become their emotional anchor. So when they think, they remember you. Because these things are building all these traces in their brain. So anytime they travel to their past, they will always see you doing something beautiful with them, not just seeing the time you flog them, the time you discipline them, the time you punish them. They always seeing the time that you were caring, the time that you were doing something they love to do. This is very, very important. Number 6. This one I love. When I was thinking about this, I said, wow, if men can understand this, most of their problems will be solved. Not all of them, but some of them or most of them. You must learn how to respect their mothers. As a father, learn how to respect their mothers. You see, sometimes we men overlook this one. But a child who sees his father honoring their mother often develops deeper trust in the father too. How a father treats the child's mother shapes the emotional climate of the family. This is very, very important. As a psychotherapist, I've heard many of my clients say things like, I've never seen my father hug my mom. I have never seen my father kiss my mom. Imagine in the whole life of the child has never seen you hug the mom, kiss the mom, do something beautiful with your mother. They have never seen you do this. How do you expect that they will model what love looks like? So, as a father, you must learn to do this. You must learn to do this. Bring your ego down and learn how to honor the mothers of these children. They will be ever grateful to you. Finally, number 7. This one is important. Keep showing up as the child grows up. Keep showing up. Yeah, keep showing up. Don't disappear. Don't disappear. Be there in their important days. When they're having birthdays, when they're having parent-teacher meeting, if it is possible for you, sacrifice some things and be available when they need you most. Because they will remember this time. They will remember it. As they are growing up, they will remember it and they will be very, very grateful to you. In summary, I want you to understand that children rarely compare parents by asking who sacrificed more. Who really sacrificed more for me between my daddy and my mommy? Most times, children don't think like this. You know how they think about? They subconsciously ask who was emotionally available when I needed it. Who was emotionally available when I needed them? This is how children think. So because of these emotional connections that mothers tend to build, children tend to remember them more. So you yourself should also intentionally develop this habit of showing up, of making sure that you are emotionally safe, that all those things I've shared today. Who makes them feel safe is to be remembered the most. Anyone that is making them feel safe, they can come to you and share things. That one tends to have an upper hand. And this is how I want to summarize. As a father, this is very, very important. Your goal should not be to compete with your wife. Your goal should not be to compete with the children's mother. That will be a wrong goal. Your goal should be to become a kind of father that is irreplaceable. Be a kind of father that is irreplaceable. So this should be your goal. If you can become irreplaceable in their life, if you can show up when they need you, if you can balance discipline with love, if you can participate in their life as they are growing up, you will be able to, be remembered. Because what I see in one of these, skits, this guy just bought his mom a house and went to see his father with a bottle of schnapps. So you will not be that kind of father that the children will buy a house for the mother and coming to see you with a bottle of schnapps. Yeah, you might have your own money. So I want you to rewatch this Share this video with all the fathers so that we can begin to build, electrifying, beautiful relationship with our family. This is the message that I want to share with us today. And remember, I will come your way again. See you next week.